Hi, I'm Dietician Tuğçe and I'm part of weight management surgery team. I will talk about a post-operative diet and also after surgery diet procedures. Those procedures apply for both sleeve gastrectomy and also gastric bypass patients. They are necessary to adapt new anatomy after surgery and also make sure that you have a good diet to support after surgery results. First rule is to separate liquid beverages and solid foods in one meal. You have to take at least 30 minutes or 40 minutes before and after meal. Otherwise, you will have nausea or feeling fullness. Although most of your stomach is taken, you shouldn't be taking high-calorie foods frequently because they may cause to gain weight. Please pay attention to the feeling of fullness of your body. When you feel fullness, stop drinking and stop consuming foods because otherwise it will create cramps or discomfort feelings or vomiting. Food should be consumed slowly with small bites and by also chewing very well. And one meal should take at least 30 to 40 minutes for a meal. Otherwise, you will have again cramps and pains in your abdomen area and nausea and feel fullness. After surgery, patients have gas cramp complaints. So to avoid from these gas cramps, you have to follow some rules. You have to avoid consuming cold beverages. You have to avoid chewing gum. You have to avoid taking a straw. You have to avoid drinking water from bottle. You have to avoid lying after feeding yourself. So what you can do to avoid from these gas cramps, you have to exercise or you have to take a walk after a meal for 10 to 15 minutes. Exercise must be following during this process. And from the first week of the surgery, you can start like moderate walkings, but when you feel good, you can start to do more brisk walkings and you can swim after first week too. The long-term success of surgery is related to following your diet and also exercise program in this progress. I will talk about foods that shouldn't be consumed after surgery or when they can consume after surgery. And legumes like chickpeas, beans and lentils should not be consumed at least 2 to 3 months. And vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower and cabbage should not be consumed at least for first month. And raw vegetables like salad should not be consumed at least 2 to 3 months. Those products that I'm telling you are causing gas cramp. That's why you have to wait until the time that I'm telling you. Spicy foods should not be consumed at least for first month. After first month, you can start to try each different spices for different weeks. And also coffee is important because it has the caffeine. You should not be consuming actually for first month. After first month you can start to consume normal coffee. But if you are so into to drink that coffees, you can start 2 to 3 weeks later decaf coffee. Pasta, rice and noodles, they are high in carbohydrates and you have to wait until 6 months to consume those products. And also carbonated products like soda and cola shouldn't be taken for life, because if you want to keep the size of your stomach, then you shouldn't be consuming those beverages also. And alcohol has high in calorie, so you have to wait until 2 to 3 months to consume alcoholic beverages. Raw nuts also can be taken after 2 months, but because they are so solid, you have to chew very well. Our another rule is to not to take very cold and very hot foods and beverages in the meantime. You have to take room temperature meals. So remember that your stomach just can take only 200 milliliters from foods and fluids. So even if you are taking a 2 to 3 tablespoons of your meal, you can feel satisfied. But when you feel fullness and satiety, then stop drinking and stop eating your meal. Otherwise, you will have cramps and you will have pain in the middle of your abdomen area. So be very patient and be very slow about your meals. After 6 to 9 months, how much you're going to eat or how much you're going to drink, or when you have to stop, your new stomach is going to tell you, and it's going to guide you how much you can do those things. Your new habits is going to be created after almost 1 year.